Peace, family. Melchizedek, Hood Mystic, coming live. The next one is Shine too, so gotta get him in the limelight. Um, so I wanted to talk about one of the services that I offer. It's called Ancient Origins. I'm sorry, Future Origins. Hood Mystic spiritual modules. The first module that I offer is mindfulness and meditation, because what I seem to come across is a lot of people want to be quote unquote conscious as, like, a lifestyle and symbology, but don't know the first thing about what true consciousness is, what true mindfulness is, and what true awareness is. They think it's a racial identity, a nationality, a religion, a clothing brand, um, all types of shit of what consciousness really isn't. See, consciousness boils down to awareness, and that awareness is to, what awareness really, what are we aware of, what are we conscious of, and basically what that boils down to is the consciousness of our higher selves, our inner God, because even in the Bible they say, God is within you. God is in your midst, somewhere in Matthew, like Matthew 22, something like that. But anyways, so what we must do is cut off our physical awareness, our physical senses, and become mindful to our actual mind and how it works. And so with this module, we start off very basic. We start off with an apple, and we just try to, in our minds, imagine eating an apple. We taste the juices, the seeds, the skin, and we just bite it, and we can kind of feel it with our minds and our consciousness. And we just develop this habit of using our conscious body and our conscious mind, because believe it or not, our physical body is just one representation to the many bodies that we have residing within us. And so, like, if you were to close your eyes and I said, move your right hand, but don't actually move your right hand, just imagine that your right hand is moving. You could actually feel that sensation. I could tell you to imagine and see anything within your mind's eye. And this is like a muscle that one must develop moving forward and develop in our conscious. You understand? So we develop these muscles over probably a 7 to 10 day process, and then we start to get into the realms of meditation. And what I notice a lot with talking to people, daily, people struggle with the concept of meditation and what it is and how to do it. And, people struggle with it so much that they kind of just don't do it, because it's like, we have so many thoughts going in our minds, and, even our bodies are constantly in thought. So it's kind of like you have to learn how to shut all of that down. So what I offer is 3 vision quests. The first vision quest for mindfulness, the second vision quest for meditation, and the third, we combine both aspects, and that's like a doozy. And once you start to understand this process and get into your mind, and you start to control the inner aspects of your mind, then you can start to develop, what you want to have in your physical existence. But you cannot go about it. See, for instance, me, I got, Ganesh, I got crystals and shit like that. But these crystals don't mean anything if I'm not aligned within first. They mean absolutely nothing. They're just rocks, But once I have inner standing and inner ability to where I can, this shit works real crazy too. Cause it might not even be a metaphysical store in your reality or in your, field. But once you start to meditate, it'll seem like, through your meditation, a metaphysical store just might just create out of thin air. And it might have been there. You might have walked past this building every day for the past 10 years, but you weren't aligned on the inside. And since you weren't aligned on the inside, you completely miss what your inner is trying to tell you every single day. And so, dealing with your intuition, dealing with your psychic nature, being mindful of your own consciousness awareness, meditating, you begin to develop the outer world around you. You don't get Ganeshas, you do not get crystals without doing the work first, because Ganesh might not be for you. You might need Buddha. And then it's, you might need a lodestone instead of a quartz, so you have to work with your meditation. Sometimes I'll dream of lavender. Sometimes I'll dream of, clothes and things of that nature. And that's like, okay, I need to do some work with clothes. I didn't read that in a book. I didn't, watch a YouTube video. I meditated and I waited until, those signs were clear and evident, and I acted upon that. But that's a process. Even to a point of consciousness development, it takes a while to even recognize what your intuition is. And so, you can read a post on Facebook and you can feel good about the post. You can like it, you can share it, but what are you doing every day to develop your consciousness? And that's what these modules are for, is for people who want to actually take hold of consciousness, and instead of it just being a fad or something that you're proud of or something that you can post about, it'll be something that you take heed to every day of your life, and it gives you peace. My friend had asked me, like, how do you develop the inner peace like you have it? And that's like a tricky question, because the way that I develop my inner peace is by going through absolute and utter brutal hell and still being able to survive and still having to figure out a way to stand on my own 2 feet. And that's not anything that I would want to happen to anybody that I know and love. So why don't you just take heed to people who have struggled and people who have, been through hell to get this information and get this peace, and just offer it to you with just, due diligence and time. Because you don't want to go my path. You want to create your own path. And I tell that to any and everybody. You don't want to go my way. You want to figure it out on your own. And that's what I'm just offering you, a way to start to clear the path, clear the obstacles, and do it with peace and calmness the whole way. So like I'm saying, so I just really needed to get that thought out, family. Like I said, I'm spirit driven, and this the knowledge that I'm giving is applicable right now. It's not no real weird, vague concepts and a whole bunch of things and a whole bunch of money that you have to spend. You don't have to spend any money besides, the amount of money for materials and things of that nature. Besides that, it's not something that it's about buying crystals. It's not about, buying this, that, and the third. It's about taking seriously and making sure that these things take root to your subconscious mind, so you become more magical, or more or less you become more of embodying what your soul that resides within you, instead of these outside distractions and influencing you that keep you depressed, sad, and confused, and not knowing left from right, and not being able to trust people, and being afraid. See, because once you deal with your spirit, once you deal with your inner truth, I know for a fact that the people that I deal with have my best interest in mind, because I'm not going off my ego. I'm not even seeking people out. I'm allowing people to come to me based on my inner work, and my inner work being pure and good. So I know for a fact that anything or anybody that comes in my life is a good thing. And even if my conscious mind is not as quick as my spirit, so my conscious mind might be like, oh hell no, this is some bullshit, fuck this shit. But my spirit always has a plan. And the more that I connect with my spirit, I connect with that plan, it gives me peace, it gives me ease to move forward each day. And life is only in moments of now. And that's what consciousness is. It's the realization of this moment. Life is not based on the past, it's not based on the future. Whatever we are experiencing, we experience in the paradigm of now. And being conscious is being cognizant of that. And what can I do in this moment? And what tools do I have to take this moment and make this the best moment that I possibly can make it? In each moment going forward. And if you take every moment seriously, your life will be that of value. Now, if you lack consciousness, you think that tomorrow is the moment that you make that change. Tomorrow is the moment that you make that shift. But you've heard it, but I don't think, like, some people don't take heed to it. Tomorrow never comes. So with that being said, I don't like to talk too much. I just like to get my points across, and invite people to, send me a message, build with me, join a couple groups, like my business page. I even got a Healers Connect group, to whereas you might not even like me, but it's a whole bunch of other healers, a whole bunch of other psychics in there that you might like. So, ask me about that. With that being said, peace, family, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Share the video. Tell people about it, because we need more people to be really conscious. That's what we need, because this is a spiritual war, and we need more soldiers. They got their soldiers on ground, but we need our soldiers in the spirit realm. And that's my mission, and that's what I try to do every day. So peace, and have a great day.